Hello. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. I'm going to wait and see if this loads on my phone. See if it works, that is. I want to make sure you can hear me. And I can hear me. Okay, so we're good. I just want to make sure the stream is working. Sound is great. Everything. Yeah. Anyways, today we are doing MCC winner ranking. We're doing this now. The teams for MCC 29 have just announced on for the past 2 days. I did attempt to do this like 2 or 3 days ago. Got interrupted, but I think I just unlisted the video, unlisted the stream. But so, yeah, I'm just going to just share my screen, and I'm gonna make sure this is showing up for me for the stream here quickly, because I just want to make sure everything is working properly. Okay, is it gonna show up? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll just reload it. Okay, I don't know why. It was working perfectly fine the other day. It seems it's showing on. It seems to be showing. I think I'm just gonna have to reload my stream on my phone. Okay, it seems to be working now. All right, let's just do this then. Let's do this. So, winners based on statistics rather than like I will throw in my personal opinion every now and again, like talk about each team, whether they were my winner pick, whether I'm for them or not, and yeah. Overall ranking is just based on how many coins they got. So the team that got the lowest amount will be at the very bottom. The team that got the highest amount of coins will be at number one. But yeah, let's start off MCC winner ranking now. Oh yeah, here we go. Starting off number 33, we do have winners. MCC 26, the Violet Vampires, who got 17,980 coins. Now, on this team, we have Fruit Berries, Phil, Shelby, and Ollie. Now, I will say this team was my winner pick going into this event. And kind of. Like, literally, on the Google Doc for MCC 26, I had this team literally in the winner slot, and then I did change it. I changed it to Orange Ocelots, or Orange Oozes in this case, because it was Halloween. But I kind of got screwed on that one because two of the people on the Orange Oozes dropped out of the event before the event. So that kind of screwed my my winner pick over quite a bit, and I guess Violet Vampires literally were there, and I thought this team had definitely had what it took to win. Because Shelby's a really good player. Fruitberries is a phenomenal a player, and also Canadian, so we got kind of have to cheer for him. Phil is a fantastic player, and Ollie has constantly gotten better and better. Or at this point, he had won before. Everyone on this team had won an event before. I do kind of get why this team falls right at the very bottom, because it was the Halloween event, and I feel like the festive type events, or like the theme events more. So like Christmas event, Pride event, all those events are kind of just for fun. And MCC is always just meant to be for fun. But I feel like the canon festive theme event, holiday kind of events that are canon are took less seriously and less competitively than other events. So yeah. Someone's clawing at my door. All right. There's a cat clawing at my door. All right, that goes. Got 18,298 coins. And on this team, we have Joel, Jojo, Good Times with Gar, and CBK or Callum. Now, I don't think this team was my winner pick going into the event, that this team won, because Jojo is a phenomenal player. Like I will say I was completely shocked going into just how I knew into like MCC Rising and all that she was a fantastic player, or like, because I didn't know she literally, and she ended up winning that. And it's insane how good of a player she is. She really showed just how great she is, and I think she can really lead a team. Joel is a pretty decent player. CPK, a really decent player. I believe this is Scar's first win, which is nice as well. So that's good. Now this event was kind of more competitive, but not every event you're gonna get really high coin averages, or coin scores. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think this team was my winner pick. I believe it was something else, but it wasn't. I feel like I would have put this team in like top 5, maybe even a 6th, the lowest, maybe. I can't really remember my exact placements or my exact thoughts on them, but yeah. Now for number 31, we have MCC 24's Yellow Yaks, who got 18,513 coins. And now on this team, we have Dream, Bad Boy Halo, Skeppy, and George Not Found. Now, this team was my winner pick going into this event, and it was not even close, really. Like Dream and George. Once I saw this duo on this team, I was like, all right, well, we have our winners, folks. Because I feel like it's become so pointless at this point. Like Dream, Bad, and George have to all be teamed before. They literally killed it in All Stars. We'll talk about them later. And Skeppy is a good player before. Now he didn't do that well in United UAC Season 7. He was a really early boot in that, but it makes it so predictable going into the event. Like Dream and George are two of the best players in the history of the event, making it so very easy to predict that this team is going the team with Dream George or Dream Satnap, Dream Team going to win. Now we will talk about the Dream Team quite a lot through this ranking here. And it wasn't surprising. Now, good. I'm happy that Scabby got a win here. And it seems to be like the second half of season 2, pretty much every single event had a new player win, which is something I do like to see. Now for number 30, we have MCC 21 Cyan Coyotes. On this team, we have. Oh wait, never mind. This team got 18,957 coins. On this team, we have Sapnap, Calimer, CBK, Sniffrish, and Cryptic Zeus. Now, I don't think this team was my winner pick. I don't think I was as surprised to see this team win. As other people. Oh, but no, I feel like there was a little bit of shock because I didn't like Sniff. This was Sniffrish's first event here, and the fact that she won on her first MCC is quite insane to me. Sapnap is a phenomenal player, and I actually think Sapnap is better than Dream, and I think he is better at MCC overall. CPK, we literally just talked about him. Obviously, he won this event before MCC 25, but I feel like he's a really well-rounded player, and when he tries, he will do well. And Cryptic Zeus, like I know everyone wanted a member of the Team Simmers to get a win, and it definitely seemed like Zeus when put onto another team was definitely going to do that. So I was really happy that Cryptic Zeus did end up winning here. 2 new winners from this event. Like that's really nice. That's really interesting to me. I really like that. Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of like the last couple of seasons of the challenge, the main show, where we saw Amber get her first win in Double Agent. And we saw Casey get her win in Spies, Lies, and Allies. She never won before. And then we saw, and then in this event here, in Ride or Dies, we've got Devin and Tori winning. And you know what? I really like new winners. There's people who haven't won before. And that's kind of why now I do like rookies a lot. And I do end up cheering for a lot of rookies in the challenge. And I kind of do compare MCC and the challenge quite a bit here. Now, as for this team, like I kind of get why this team doesn't get as many points as other teams, and because Sniffrish, it was her first event. It was Sniff's first event, and Cryptic Zeus was kind of inconsistent. Like he does well when he tries, and usually when he is on the Simmers, he is the best. I think he is the best player on that when the Simmers do play in an event here. But yeah, let's move on to. I feel like I was rambling on for way too long there. Let's move on to number 29. We have the MCC 28 Teal Turkeys who got 19,473 coins. On this team, we had Puns, Sneeg, Solidarity Gaming or Jimmy, and Captain Sparkles or Jordan. Now, I was happy Jordan got his second win. Now, I will say though, I don't think this team was my winner pick going into the event, but I wasn't like. Actually, I don't think the team was good at it. I didn't think this. Like, I feel like Jimmy was so inconsistent in the second half of season 2. I mean, there were events where Jimmy got literally last place or in the bottom 10 for sure, bottom 5. There was one event where he literally got 40th, the worst you could possibly get individually. And then Sneak Snag is quite inconsistent, and I usually think Sneak Snag just takes everything as a joke. Logan doesn't play to win, and like a lot, and that's fine. But I think Puns definitely carry this team, and like Captain Sparkle's a really well-rounded player, and when he tries, he definitely does show. And I'm happy that Jordan did end up getting his second win here. We'll talk about his other win a bit later on. But yeah, like everyone on the team had won an event before, so it wasn't as surprising. Now, I actually thought, I thought Tommy's team, who was also in dodgeball in this one, or snowball, I guess. I thought they were going to win the dodgeball there, but yeah, I was happy Jordan Captain Sparkles got his second win. So it was either a win. It was like a win-win. I was cheering for Tommy, cheering for Captain Sparkles. It was nice. I kind of want, we'll talk about Tommy later, but I kind of want Tommy to get it to 5 wins. And I don't think he's in MCC 29. I can't exactly remember. But yeah, let's move on to MCC number 28. We have MCC 13 Teal Turkeys, who got 19,495 coins. On this team, we have Eric, Lumina, Krinios, and Puns. And we literally just talked about Puns. And we're going to talk about Eric, too. Like, I think everyone on this team, pretty good player, really. And I think Eric had already won an event at this point, right? I believe he won, right? I think so. I actually, like, this might be a hot take, really. Some people might disagree with me on this one, but I think Illumina is one of the best players in the history of the event. I really do. I love Illumina and Puns. I think they're the one. It's not that surprising to me that this team won. Now, I don't think I was cheering for this team. I think I was cheering for Captain Sparkles because I wanted him to get his win. He got third place because our good place Chris moved on. And, like I definitely wanted this team to. I didn't want this team to win. I will say that, but looking back, it's not that surprising. And I do like Illumina and Puns. I think they are two of the best players in the history of the event here. And Krinios, when he tries, could be good too. Same thing with Eric. So, like, it is a pretty well-rounded team. And if I were to see this team again, and I would pick I would say it's probably winner contention for me. So, yeah, it's not surprising that this team won. Now, as for them falling in the lower end of the standings in terms of coins, I think it's kind of because that Christmas event, right? People don't really play as hard in Christmas in like the festive events. I kind of talked about that a bit earlier, but yeah, let's move on to number 27. We have MCC 23's Orange Ocelots that got 19,643 coins. On this team, we have Quig, Martin and Littlewood, Eric and Finster. And we literally just talked about Eric. Eric, really well-rounded player. At this point, I didn't think this team was winning. And I was definitely happy to see Martin get his first main cannon win here. Now, if you don't know, Martin did actually win an event. He won the Jingle Jam. I think he was in All Stars, right? And this was after All Stars. And Quig is a fantastic player. I think Quig is one of the best players in the history of the game. She's fine. Finn's fine. I think Finn, when Finn tries, can do well. But I feel like she's probably the weakest player on this team. But I was happy to see Martin get a main cannon win here, especially after coming back off of Sparkle's first win. And at this point, Martin is the farthest from a main cannon win. And so I was happy to get see him win a main cannon event here. But yeah, that was nice. Yeah. And honestly, yeah, I think Quig probably ended up taking the team to the end. And I don't think this team was my winner pick. I can't exactly remember who I picked as my winner pick for MCC 23. But yeah. Next up, let's move on to MCC Number 26, we have MCC. Fuchsia Frankenstein got 19,657 coins. On this team, we have Dream, George, Sapnap, and Carl. And I mean, I was like, I didn't really know these people at the time. I didn't really get into the Dream SMP storyline or that type of stuff until like November, and which is after MCC 11. But like looking back on it, I think this is an amazing team, and that's why I kind of don't like them teaming together in later events. It definitely makes sense why this team won here, and see Carl got a win here. Like a new player. I like seeing new people win, and like literally. This is Dream's second win, I believe. I think this might have been George and Sapnap's first wins as well. So, like it's a good. I think it was nice to see them win here. I was fine with it going in. I didn't know how well they were at Minecraft, and obviously see them afterwards. Obviously, I do get kind of mad if I do see Dream Sapnap on the same team. As for Carl, he's kind of in and out of the event, so I don't really have a lot to say about him. He's not the greatest player. I think he's a two-time winner now, right? I think he won Pride in 2022. We'll talk about that later. I can't exactly remember, but yeah, let's move on. Number 25, we have MCC 14's Aqua Oxalatos, who got 20,218 coins. On this team, we have Wisp, Scott, H-Bomb, Liam, and Solidarity Gaming, or Jimmy. Now, I definitely see why this team won. Now, I don't think I was cheering for this. Definitely wasn't cheering for this team, and I don't think this team was my winner pick going into this event. I don't think I even did a cast assessment, but I didn't think this team was winning. I thought going into the event, I thought Dream's team was going to win, but obviously we saw that completely backfire. This event was very controversial. Like there was a one with Scott tested the Ace Race map. I think it's quite unfair to the other competitors, and I think this is the most controversial win in the history of MCC. Scott's a fantastic player. Jimmy is good when he tries, and this is actually Jimmy's first event. Like literally, the last event and Jimmy played before this. I don't think he was in MCC 13, but he was in MCC Jingle Jam. He won place individually in the Jingle Jam, so it wasn't surprising to me. Wit was a good player as well. Like I saw him play in some UH. I saw some of his UHC content. He did basically I think it's a really good team. Him here, so it's not surprising that this team won. I do want to check here, see if the stream's holding up here quickly. We're just want to make sure you can hear me. I'm just gonna see, and then we'll move on here. Let's see, is it working? Okay, seems to be working now. All right, let's just. Okay, seems to be working now. All right, let's just. Okay, it's working. Yeah, it's working. Just wanted to check. All right, got 20,243 points. I think this is my favorite team in the history of the event. I think so. Like on this team, we have Captain Sparkles and we got Ollie. I mean, wow. I mean, this team was my winner pick. I had this team as my winner pick. I was debating between this team and Dream Team. I literally got Dodgeball right, or the teams in Dodgeball correct. But I got, I guess Dream was going to win. And I was kind of pissed off, honestly, that Dream was pissed off that he didn't win. I mean, like, come on. Like, Dream had won a whole bunch of events prior already. Like, you don't need another one. Like, come on. You know you're gonna win another event soon. Like, come on. But honestly, this team, loved this team. Purple, fantastic player. Literally one of the best in the history of the event. It wasn't surprising to see him win. And I believe this was like his third or second event. Or something. It was one of his first few. Tommy, this is his third win. And to see him get a third win is fantastic. And I do want to see him pull off get to 5 wins. I think that would be phenomenal. Captain Sparkles, one of the I've watched every single one of his streams that he's posted to his Captain Sparkles 2 channel. Literally, Ollie, I love Ollie's content. Like, I literally was cheering for this team the entire way through. Literally, Tommy, I wouldn't have gotten into Tommy in it if it weren't for Captain Sparkles. Well, really, if Tommy in it never visited Captain Sparkles, was on that first stream, on the first episode of SMP Earth, I don't know if I'd be watching Tommy in these days and be so into him now. I love Tommy's content, and he's doing so well. And like Ollie, I've seen in a lot of SMPs. Like, I remember watching his Kingdom Craft. He was in One Live. He's just like, his videos are good. Like, everyone on the team, I think, really, everyone works together, and we've seen them win now, and they're going on to win. I believe every single person on this team will win again. And we literally saw Captain Sparkle. Not only they won after this, Tommy made it to Dodgeball after this. Purple, I can't exactly. I think this is only Purple. I don't think Purple won after this, but I wouldn't be surprised if Purple wins in season 3. Like, I think this team is one of my favorites. It definitely is my favorite. It's sad that it kind of lands in the bottom half of the ranking. That's kind of sad, but literally one of my favorite teams ever, really. And I think for that reason, the best result ever. A lot of people were so happy for Jordan getting his win, breaking the curse, breaking his losing streak. It was a great moment, making MCC 22. Literally, if I'm going to do an MCC season ranking again, I think MCC 22 is definitely up for debate to be better than MCC 4. So, yeah, really great team. It went on around, and there falls in the lower bit half of the standings due to the coins. But yeah, let's move on. Number 23, we have MCC 27s, the half kind of underdogs. We have the Purple Pandas. Got 20,261 coins. I chose this. This was my winner pick. I literally picked it. On this team, we have Blushy, Fire Breath Man, B-Dubs, and Impulse. I knew every single one of these people be going into the event. And the second I saw this team pop up, I was like, this team's winning. And usually I would say that I've been kind of pissed off. But since none of these people had won an event before, or at least it wasn't like Dream and George and Sapnap teaming in All Stars. We'll talk about that. Oh my God, we'll talk about them. But if just seeing this team pop up, I think it reminds. I think for some reason, Fire Breath Man reminds me of Horacio from Challenge Ride or Die. For some reason, I don't know. Like, Horacio's amazing at the challenge, isn't it? And then Fire Breath Man is amazing. Like, he was a tester for MCC, and it was quite clear to me just how good Fire Breath Man is. I think he will become better than Dream and possibly even Sapnap. Blushy, I saw her win in MCC Rising. I mean, it wasn't surprising. Now, I knew B-Dubs and Impulse, both from the Greens Life series. So that would be like Third Life, Double Life, Last Life. I think Last Life's better. And now Limited Life, which has just started. I knew every single one of these people going into the event. And so if underdogs, new people winning through literally people who never won an event before or won an event, except for Blushy. And but I think this is like MC, like I love seeing their run as well. Well, like their perspective is fantastic. Now, I will say in this event was fantastic. I loved it. I was surprised that the other team that got to this final, that got to the dodgeball. I'm surprised by that because all four of them are rookies. They never. I thought they were going to fall on the bottom half of the standings, because every single one of them had never played MCC before, and usually that would be a detriment. But I think it would be tough. I think MCC 27 definitely in my top 10 for seasons for sure. Or at this point, I think it's bound to happen. Really, it is. I love this event. Love this team. I love the runner-ups as well. So I think MCC was a really solid event. And I love the winners. I got it right. I think I was literally 90. I think it was literally 99.9999% positive that this team was winning. So yeah, let's move on. And I feel like we were rattling on a lot. Number 22, we have MCC 12's Green Guardians, who got 20,409 coins. And now on this team, we have George, Phil, Tapel, and Wilbur. Now, not surprising that this team won, and I don't think I was cheering for this team, though. I don't think I was at all. But I was when it got to dodgeball, I think I was cheering for this team because Wilbur and Phil's I didn't really know George or Tapel a lot. But I did know Will and Phil, so I was definitely cheering. It was nice to see Wilbur get his second win. That's nice. I think this is also Phil's second win as well. And George's second win, I think. I think it could have been Tapel's second one too. Ooh, I don't know. But I think we might be talking about Tapel a bit later on. I think he has another event before this. I can't exactly remember. But yeah, don't really have a lot to say either about this team. But yeah, let's move on. Number 21, we have MCC 10. Ocelots got 20,920 points or coins. On this team, we had Pete, Joel, False Symmetry, and Cub Fan. And not at this time, not surprising that this team won. I will say though, people are gonna hate me for this. I don't think Pete is that great of a player anymore. I think he's fallen off. I'll talk about it in my MCC 29 assessment, but I don't think Pete's that great of a player anymore. I think it's still impressive that when events he's won, but I think he's definitely not as good as. Is a fantastic player. At the time, I was waiting for him to get his. I wasn't as connected with False Symmetry and Cub Fan because I haven't really watched Hermitcraft. Don't really have a lot to say. I will say it's nice to see new people win and kind of still because False, I think, back-to-back events here. So yeah. Now for number 20, we have MCC 16's Pink Parrots. Got 21,409 coins. I think this team will pick going into it. I think so. Obviously, we had Dream, Finn, Bad, and I think this team was my winner pick. And I was happy to see CPK get another win. I think has CPK won 4 times now. CPK has won 4 times now. That's pretty nice. That's nice. That he's getting close to 5 wins. That's nice. I think literally Dream and Bad. Now I feel like Bad isn't that as good as a player, but I think I still figured that this team would win. I mind you, I don't. If it was like Sapnap or George, I think I would definitely have it 100%. But I don't think it was 100%. I think this was one of those events. I think this was the event Green got to Darv or something and lost, or Sync or something like that. And I want Green to win. I want new people to win. I'm happy Finn won though. That's nice. Yeah, I think this could have been Bad's first win as well. I could be wrong. I could be, but that's nice as well. I like seeing new people win events. That's something I like. It takes into consideration the 21,409 coins. I don't even know if I mentioned that already. I probably did, but yeah, don't really have a lot to say about this team. Let's move on. Number 19, we have the first winners in the show in MCC. MCC1, Purple Pandas got 21,444 coins. Now, I use their All-Stars cast photo or announcement thing because they didn't do cast announcements for MCC1 or MCC2 for that matter. And there's other events as well. We'll talk about those. But I will say I wasn't cheering for this event, and I didn't really know these people a lot because I never really watched SMP live at the time. So I didn't really. I think I was. I didn't know how good this team was. So it's nice to see them win. Now looking back at it, the Crassie's really good. Carl obviously hasn't won since MCC1. And then Burren is good, and Michael as well. Like everyone is quite decent when they need to be on this team. They completely dropped the ball in All Stars, though. But I think this team definitely did set the standards though for the event. He got 21,444 coins. That's a lot of coins. Looking back at it now. Oh, that's a lot of teams don't really get there. It's quite difficult nowadays, especially with the new coin system. But yeah, let's move on. Number 18, we have MCC 18's Mustard Mummies got 21,661 coins. I think I was cheering for this team going into the event. This team dressed up as Scooby-Doo characters, which is I love Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is one of my favorite franchises ever, and I was happy to see Tumbo get his first win here. And I think I don't know if I did. I don't know if I did a winner pick for this one or like a cast assessment. I don't think I did, but I wasn't surprised to see this team win. Scott's a phenomenal player. Sapnap, great player. Tubbo, is good. Sylvie, good. It was fantastic to see two people who win their first events and then get into All Stars like Sylvie and Tubbo. I literally remember watching Tubbo's perspective of him winning. I was so happy for him and see him win here. And I obviously think Sapnap did carry this team. And it's quite impressive to see how many coins this team did end up getting. And obviously, it's not as much as other teams that we'll talk, but we will talk. But one of my favorite teams in the history of the event for sure. And I was happy with their win here. Now for number 17, we have MCC Jingle Jam. Simon's Angels got 21,740 coins. Now this was a non-canon event. The Jingle Jam This was the event where Solidarity Gaming got first. And it was quite clear that one of the teams with the with a player with, I can't remember exactly how to say it, with a veteran. It was quite clear that a team with a veteran was going to win this event. On this team, we had Simon, Lewis, so like the Outcast, and Martin and Jimmy Solidarity. And obviously Martin and Jimmy both played before, and like I don't there was no cast photo. I think there was. I think Martin showed them off on a stream, but I couldn't find it. And honestly, I didn't really bother go looking either. But I just found this picture, so I just set them on the catwalk. So I just decided to use that, and the podium, I guess. But it's quite insane to see how many points and just how many points they got, especially with Simon and Lewis not having played Minecraft in a while here. So it was definitely nice to see them end up winning here. And I would never thought that Jimmy was going to get first here, or overall. Really, that's something I've never thought to see. I'd never see. And you know what? I do think Jimmy has gotten worse over time, as it progresses, because I think Jimmy definitely, like obviously he's gotten 40th, he got last in some of that individually, and he's gotten first in this. Now, mind you, pretty much every single player on this in MCC Jingle Jam had never played before, except for like 4 or 5 of them, like the exception of Martin, Solidarity Gaming, RT Game, SB7, Devin, and then Scott. There might be another. Yeah, let's move on, I guess. Never mind. Yeah, let's move on. Number 16, we have MCC Rising's Pink Parrots. Got 21,784 coins. On this team, we had JoJo, Speed Silver, Nestor, and Blushy. This team was my winner pick, hands down. Nestor's a phenomenal player. I literally just Nestor alone made me think this team was going to win, because he did so well he's done really well in UHCs. I remember seeing he literally got third on Cube UHC season 20. He got a whole bunch of kills in there, or kind of alongside Ginger, and he got kills in MCC. He got kills in UHC, Cube UHC 21 as well. Like, it's not surprising. Nestor is a fantastic player, and JoJo, having heard of her and seen her play in the SMP Earth Hunger Games match, it was extremely good. And I think I watched a couple of Speed Silver and Blushy's videos and just see how good they were in Minecraft. Like, it became abundantly clear that this team was going to win. I think this team I don't think this team got first in the standings, though. I think it got second, but won. It's kind of interesting thing to be, but they got a good and decent amount of coins here. That's really nice to see. I'm happy got my winner pick though, right? Yay! I don't think I did a cast assessment for Rising, and if there is another MCC Rising, I might I don't know if I could do one, because like there's depending on how many people, depending on the people there, because some of those people I just don't know. Like, there are people in this event I had no idea who these people were. Never heard of them in my entire life. Or never really heard of them. Like, because obviously you got to apply. It was literally fans who got to apply, which is a good point into this. Obviously, we've seen JoJo and Blushy come over and done well. They've won canon events now. Now, I think Nestor, I would like to see Nestor transition over to a canon event. That would be nice. I think that would be quite interesting to see how good he is on the real MCC main cannons and Speed Silver as well. I think that would be nice as well. Well, this team did well. I'm happy that this team did end up winning here, but it does land here at number 16. Once again, ranking doesn't really matter. It's mainly just me giving my opinions as we go down the list here. Or it's just kind of a ranking based on coins once again. Number 15, we have MCC5's Yellow Yaks, got 21,840 coins. On the team, we had Scott, Shelby, Quig, and CPK. Now, I was not cheering for this team. No, I didn't think this team was going to win. I was happy that this team won, but I was not. This team was not my winner pick. I got dodged. I didn't know how good exactly Scott. I knew Scott and Shelby had won before. Quig had also won an event before. So 3 people here got their second win. That's good. And CBK is a good player as well. When he tries, he's usually quite good. I was happy to see them do well here, I guess. I love their perspective. Now I wasn't sure because at the time I thought it was the most god team I've ever seen in my entire life. On the team there was a Vicstar, Pizza Hut, Tommy in it, and then there was one other person. I can't exactly remember who it was. I'm actually gonna search it up quickly. I don't think you could see this, right? I want to see. Yeah, you can't see it. Okay. MCC5 purple pandas. I want to see that because I think it'd be quite interesting. I can't exactly remember who the fourth one is. Was it Bitzel? Maybe it could have been Bitzel, I suppose. Let's see. I know it's like a team with Tommy, Pete, and Vic Star. I'm gonna see if the stream's holding up here. Okay, I did get the notification. Okay, it's working. Wait, how long have I been at? It's kind of a ranking. I think I stopped sharing my screen for a second. How long have I been at? I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a sec. Stop sharing. I'm gonna try again. We'll try. All right. Let's see. Hopefully it's working. Let's see if it'll be the truth. Let's see if it works. Hopefully it's working. Let's see if it might take a moment to load though. See if it works. Well, it does work. Load though. I'm gonna go through this though, because I talk. Well, it does work. Load though. I'm gonna turn off the volume though on my phone. What's the charge? Yeah, is it showing my computer? It is too. Meanwhile, I'm gonna put something in the chat. Just put something in the chat and say hi. Anyways, was it working? Is it working? I think my face cam's just having a really tough time, honestly. I think so. I can hear me moving in it, so the sound seems to be okay. I think the face cam's just doing bad though. Yeah. So we might just run through these briefly or quickly though. Yeah. But I like the MCC winners. Like the VODs for both dodgeball teams, I think are two of the greatest volumes in the history. I love their team dynamic. Really, it's especially yeah. So I remember going into All Stars. I was cheering for them. Really, I wanted them to get a win and over Dreams team. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about All Stars, but yeah. Let's move on though. MCC 14 number 14, MCC 19 Teal Turkeys got 22,288 coins, and I mean I was cheering for this team going into dodgeball, and I think maybe this was I can't remember what my winner pick for MCC 19 exactly was. But I remember definitely being really happy that Tommy Ant got his second win after so long. Like I was so happy for him, and because Phil had never Tommy hadn't won his second win, MCC 19. That's a long time, and obviously a fantastic player. Was that one of the best players in the history? I think he is the best player at this point. And I think Fire Breath Men could rival him, though. But Sneaks, Phil, fine. Now I think like this team, it's kind of weird because obviously this is the event where Jordan Sweat, and it's kind of due to like Phil's the person who broke the camel's back, or the camel star. What was the star that broke the camel's back? But I think Cubbo is really who caused Captain Sparkles to swear on this one. I'm happy this team got so many coins though. I remember I was literally making this like the other week. I think I literally just zoned out really. I actually thought MCC 19 Teal Turkeys were lower. Really? Yeah. I'm happy this team won though. I am. Yeah. I was definitely cheering for them in dodgeball for sure. But move on. Number 13, we have MCC Pride 2022 Red Rabbits got 22,320 coins. I mean, come on, this team was my winner pick. I mean, literally, like, I don't know what God is thinking when making these teams. Like, it's not compelling to me to see the first team, Rabbits. Like, why have Dream and George on? Like, there were three people. One man, Foolish had him, but yeah, he got his first win here. That's kind of nice. But like, I think if they put them like lower, even like day 2 or something, it would have kind of killed. It wouldn't have killed the suspense as much. Like, I think releasing them first, having them as the Red Rabbits is even worse. It makes it just so pointless. Like, why are we even doing this at this point? I mean, really? And I think the Red Rabbit, I think they could have been on a different team, really. But I just don't like having Dream and George team. And I was disappointed to see them team in this event. I really was. I was disappointed to see them in this event and team in this event together. Like, if they were on this event but on different teams separately, I could see that. And if, like, let's see, like Dream, George, and Foolish, or Dream, Carl, and Foolish were on team, and someone else, like whoever the first, there was Foolish had a partner, so like a newbie or something. I would have been fine with that, completely fine. Because Carl hadn't played in a little while, and like it kind of would have balanced out the teams, but like it makes it so pointless, so predictable, and that's why like MCC Pride 2022, one of my least favorite events now. Like MCC Pride 2021. We'll talk about the winners of that one, and we'll talk. Like, I don't really. I think I'm like Foolish got his first win. That's nice. Carl got got another win here. That's nice as well. But I don't know, especially for these like fan from like kind of for fun events that don't count. Like, why are we bringing these people back? It doesn't make sense. They're not like we don't need. It's literally just killing everything and killing the suspense. Like, we kind of need like having some of these rookies back. A whole bunch of new players is amazing. I love seeing new people. Well, and some of these teams I want them to have a shot, and that's just not. It was so. I think it was like I think it's one of my least favorite winnings. If this was based on my winning as to my personal opinion, it would have been out of one of the bottom teams. Pretty much all of Dream's wins would be at the bottom, except for like Fuchsia, Frankenstein in MCC 11 and MCC 8. We'll talk about it though. Let's move on though. MCC, we have number 12, MCC 15, Red Rabbits got 22,740 coins on the team. Dream, Michael, Quackity, and Sapnap. And I mean, once again, I was even more pissed at Dream for this event. And in Captain Sparkles got to Dodgeball, and literally, I think he could have let Jordan get his first win. Like, really, I makes it so pointless at this point. Like, at this point, I was like looking back at it, like this. And then Quackity did get his first one here. That's kind of that's nice as well. Oh, but like Dream and Sapnap, this team makes it so pointless. Like, they're so. I think they're like better. They're better players than like Pete and all some like puns. It makes it so pointless, especially having them on Red Rabbits of all teams. I remember not being happy with MCC 15 at all, and I think it was towards the bottom of the standings, in my opinion. And I think I can't exactly remember where 15 landed. I think it literally had 15 like in middle of the road, because Jordan's team did end up making Dodgeball. I was not this team. What I think was like, I don't know if I had a winner pick for this event, but I don't think I was cheering for this team. But yeah, let's move on. Number 11, we have MCC3's Orange Ocelots, got 22,913 coins. This team was my winner pick for MCC3, and I was cheering for them the entire way through. So happy they won. We finally see Vic win an event here. Yeah, I was happy to see all four of them win, really. Scott is fantastic. Shelby, it's nice to see Scott and Shelby as this dynamic duo kind of form here, or this is where it formed. This is how, and then they continue to team after and after, and that's a good duo. I like that. Like, if Vic and P are on the same team going forward, if Vic ever comes back, and Vic and P are on the same team, I think I'll be okay with it, even more so than in Dream and George, or even Sapnap, because Vic and Pete hadn't played in a while, and I think Pete's actually gotten worse. But Scott and Shelby, I love this. Everyone on this team, I loved it. Every single person on this team was in QBH season 20. I remember watching Vic's all old Hunger Games videos. I literally watched everyone's perspectives of of QBHC. Scott and Shelby both in One Life, one of my favorite series of all time, favorite Minecraft SMPs of all time. It's like, it's over now. This was the team I was cheering for. It wasn't even really close, and I was definitely really happy that this team won. Now I did realize is that Captain. I would have like for dodgeball. I would have been happy either way because Captain Sparkles was in the dodgeball here, so I would have been happy if Sparkles and Jimmy ended up getting their win. And winning. I would have been happy either way, really. But overall, definitely, this was my winner pick going into the event. So happy this team won. Let's move on. And they're one of these teams that set the standard. Really, we'll talk like the teams that won these early events. I think they definitely set the standards. Now for MCC, now at number 10 we have MCC 17's Orange Ocelots got 23,413 coins. On this team, we have False, Green, Pete, and SB. And it's nice to see Green and SB get their first wins here. SB is fantastic. Is a fantastic player. And I feel like this is the point where Pete kind of falls off after this. And every now and again, I could see him getting a win every now and again. But I think like Pete is definitely falling off. This was after this. Pete is falling off again, I think. But it's nice to see this team win. Green get his first win after waiting a while. It was either like everyone wanted, and either Green or Captain Sparkles to get a win here. SBE, I saw him do extremely well in the Shady Oaks Monday mini games. They were fantastic. Fall Symmetry won two MCCs back to back, MCC 9, MCC 10. It's amazing, really. I think this is a good team. Now, I will say I'm not the biggest fan of SB7. Really, I think honestly, I think it kind of stems from the fact that he kind of copied Stampy and did he did SB's Awesome World, but 100% a copy of Stampy's Lovely World, and obviously I kind of got used to it. It's not that bad. But yeah, it kind of just does steal Stampy's band, kind of. And I think it's going to be really sad if SB does end up, for me personally, if SB takes Stampy in subscribers. My face cam is really laggy. I just noticed. So, I think I don't know. Yeah, let's move on. Number 9, we have MCC2's Aqua Horses got 23,449 coins. Now on this team we had Quig, Ryguy Rocky, H-Bomb, and Mini Muka. Now at this point, I think I wasn't cheering for this team. I don't think so. I was cheering for Tommy, the team with Tommy in it. There's Sparkles, Captain Puffy, and whoever the other person, and Phil. I was cheering for that team, but looking back, it's okay now. Well, all these players, I believe, like Mini Muka. It was nice to see him get a win here, or especially after. Like he and if you don't know, he ended up having to drop out of MCC 1 because he got sick, and then Tag Matt filled in for him. H-Bomb, I think he did extremely well in Harmony Hall UHC season 1, and got second. He got third pretty much, really. He failed to Will, who had strength pots, but he just killed a lot of people in that event there. Now, I didn't really know who Ryguy Rock is. Kind of I knew he kind of knows people like Moosecraft and Unspeakable. I knew him for that, and then Quig, I knew him from he was in the Cube UHC season 21. I saw him from that. And then the Mini Muka was in a bunch of he was in some squishy video. It was I knew him from the Natty in kind of around. I will say that Cashflow didn't do team announcements back then, so it was kind of hard to put like I kind of just found this online. I don't even know if this was from Reddit or if this was actually how they did it for this event, and I don't really know. Let's just move on. But like honestly, MCC 1, the MCC like the winners of MCC 1, MCC 2, MCC 3, all setting the standards here. And I think MCC 4 too, and it's 5. Like the first 5 wins, like everyone's setting standards, and we haven't talked about 6 or 7 yet either. Or like a lot, I think the earlier events definitely set standards here. Now for number 8 though, we have MCC 20's Aqua Axolotls. 23,580 coins. On this team, we had H1 Up, Gemini Tay, and Antfrost. And it's amazing how this team won. And I think 3 people got their first win in this event. And I think that's a great way to start off the second half of MCEC. Now, I feel like I don't think I was cheering for this team. I think I actually did want Dream to get, or Dream or Sapnap to become the first 5-time winner. But to see H1 win, it was nice. It was nice either way. But you know what? Seeing H1 get like he's on an office with, like I like it. And like I didn't really know who 5-Up was either. At this point, I knew Gem kind of from she was in a series called X Life, so that's interesting. And who's on? She was on a whole bunch of it. Some pieces, like I think Empires. Yeah. And then Antfrost. I didn't really know him a lot, never heard of him. But I knew he's a pretty big gamer. Yeah, let's move on. We got a lot of points though. Number 7 in CC8's Pink Parrots got 23,872 coins. Now, surprisingly, this team got second. On this team, we had Dream, Techno, King Burrett, Michael McChill. Techno. Oh, Techno never dies. This team was my winner pick going into this event, and I was so happy I was right in this one. And don't really have a lot to say. And like I was kind of pissed as a lot of people were saying that Michael and Burren were bad players. And they're the sole reason they got second in the standings. I think they're good players. They won the first MCC. Like and Dreaming got his first win in this event. And so that's nice as well. And we like I think this is the year that they started doing the manhunts, right? And like I kind of heard him from like I have heard of him. I think he actually wanted to start his own event because Keemstar kicked him out or something because they were going to do Minecraft Monday. They got into a feud kind of on Twitter, and Dream was going to start, but he ended up doing MCC. I just I remember that from like the iPhone, and so. But I was happy that Dream ended up winning here. I remember, especially Technoblade though. Oh, I love Technoblade. At this point, I was like, especially watching him so dominate and how good he was in Minecraft Mondays and in MCC4. We'll talk about him in a moment here. Like I think Technoblade, one of the best players in the history of the event. It's sad he's gone. I think Technoblade definitely debates for him to be the best player ever. And I think I might at one day do a player ranking or top 10 players of all time or something like that. I think that would be interesting. Number 6, we have MCC All-Stars Red Rabbits, who got 24,064 coins. I mean, come on. Like, this was my winner pick, so I kind of got that right. But I was so pissed off that this team won. Team together. Like, I get the sense that Nox Crew didn't want to do All-Stars. I really get the sense that they did not care about All-Stars. They didn't care. They just thought it was okay, well, I guess we'll do it, and we'll win. Have 40 winners. We have enough winners now. Let's just get them. Let's get them in here, and we'll just do it. I was so like I was mad that this team was together, or like especially some getting announced as the Red Rabbits. Like it really pissed me off. It mean, so predictable, and it makes All Stars one of my least favorite. And I do go into definitely this. Like I think Sapnap's one of the best players in the history of the game. Everyone on his team, really good players. They've all they're all friends in real life. They all know each other. They've all played together before. Or like it was so abundantly clear that this team was going to win, especially like I was happy Sapnap won in MCC 18. Definitely not happy that he won in here. Or I think like this team is definitely my least favorite team in the history. Least favorite winners in the history. If it's just based on my personal opinion, I think this team number very, very bottom. I think so. Oh, it just makes it so predictable. Oh, if it was just based on my opinion, it's that I think MC it's at the very bottom. But since it's on coins, they did end up getting really good coins, and it's not surprising either that this team got a whole bunch of coins either. Now for number 5, we have MCC 6 Blue Bats got 24,246. I think I was cheering for this team in here, but it's nice to see Fundy get his win here and see Captain Puffy get a win. Bitzel, Fruitberry. I think everyone on this team here first one here. Now looking at it, that's nice. I actually didn't realize that. That's interesting to me. That's looking back at it, I'm kind of happy that this team won. Obviously, I saw Fundy in his night. Like he made all those kind of like data packs. I think all those videos it was he did on like, amazing. And I think Fundy is one of my favorite characters. Like I think Fundy's never coming back to MCC. I think Scott pretty much banned him pretty much. If you don't know, he did cheat in an MCC. I think was it 18? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't even think he was in All Stars. I think they literally just cut him, and because he did cheat in MCC 18 with breaking glass and putting sand or whatever it was. But looking back at it, this is a good team. I don't think I was cheering for it though in dodgeball. I think I was cheering for the other team. But yeah, let's move on. Number 4, or MCC 9 Blue Bats got 24,258 coins. Once again, we're talking about fruit berries. This team we have H-Bomb, fruit berries, false, and Ren. And I don't really have a lot to say about this team. Once again, false and Ren, both from Hermitcraft. So I didn't really know. And it's nice to see them get back-to-back wins, though, especially false. So that's nice. And Fruit Berries, knew how good he was at this point as well. And H-Bomb, obviously, I think this is where he is. If we got we'll maybe talk about him. I think, yeah. He's a pretty. I think H is a fantastic player. One of the best players in the history of the game in the event here. I think him and Fruit are a good combo. So it's not surprising to me that this team got so many points as they did here. Let's move on. Number 3, we have MCC 4's Purple Pandas, 24,352. I actually thought this team was going to be lower, and I didn't realize that the names were changed on this. I just found this on Reddit. I didn't even realize. Really didn't. But honestly, we had Wilbur, Techno, Tommy in it, and Phil's up. One of my favorite teams in the history of the game. In the history of MCC. MCC 4 is my favorite event of all time here. Or was my favorite event. I think there's rivals with MCC 22, but it's happy to see them get this many points. That's surprising, honestly, looking at it, because timing he did get to dodgeball in MCC 2, his event, and Wilbur was fine, and Phil's good. And obviously with Techno, he won, so he did times he played on Minecraft Monday. So I was happy that this team won, especially after especially now knowing who Tommy and Wilbur were and Philza, SMP Earth, and it's like I literally SMP Earth would not, like, without SMP Earth, I probably wouldn't be watching some of these people here. Or literally, if it weren't for SMP Earth, Tommy Ant wouldn't probably be as big as he is today, because that is kind of what kicked off his career. Or, I don't know. I honestly, genuinely didn't realize the names were changed. It's kind of funny, honestly. Number 2, we have MCC 7's Green Guardians, who got 25,346. I thought this team was going to be the number 1, and I think this event is it's very bottom in my opinion, and I thought it was really boring, but because I knew how good Pete and H-Bomb were. But Fwib, who is on Legacy SMPs, and I kind of knew him from X Life now. Eric as well. I think, is this where Eric gets his first one? Yeah, I think it is. But this is kind of where like everyone makes a name for themselves, especially H-Bomb here. This is his second win. And obviously Pete, phenomenal player. It's not surprising that this team won in the event, but I think the reason I didn't really like this team is because it makes it so predictable. It was so predictable that this team was going to win. And yeah. Now for number 1, we have MCC Pride 2021 Aqua Axolotls. It was about 25,888 coins, which is absolutely a large amount of coins here. I was surprised though. On this team, we have Krinios, Gizzy Gaza, Creekcraft, and Ryguy Rocky. I'm surprised that this team got as many coins as they did, because they're all mediocre. In my opinion, they were all like mediocre players, or Krinios like the best out of all of them. But like everyone is was pretty on and off. So it was nice to see them actually well here. And I wasn't cheering for them. I was cheering for Joss a lot. I think I would have loved if Squishy won. I would have loved if Pink Parrots won, especially with Techno. Like literally orange or pink. If they would have won this event, I think it's an all-time. Like MCC Pride is one of the all-time favorite events. It is like the fire alarm drama and all that. MCC Pride is one of my favorite events of all time. MCC Pride 2021, one of my favorite events of all time. Like I'm so happy about this event, and not like I wasn't as happy about the winner, but we got a new winner though. Creekcraft, that's nice. I remember going into the MCC 20 going into the Pride event here. I remember wanting I wanted a new player to win, because I think I thought it would be very nice, and obviously we did end up getting that. But there we go. That is my winner ranking for MCC. Now, yeah, originally I was going to do this as a video, but it did not. It stopped recording 2 minutes in, and I didn't notice until I started the intro. But there we go. As for other videos in the future, I'm going to do my next video. One of my next videos should be the MCC 29 CAF assessment. I think that'll be coming out on Wednesday next week. But there we go. That is the live stream here. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I don't even know how many people were here. I just want to get this done and over with. But yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching. Bye. Is it over?